Make it rain with triple water in Open Great League. Hello trainers! I'm Ganeto and today we have a crazy team comp and you're gonna see that this team composition is no joke at all. Look at this little Politoed getting obliterated by our triple water typing Pokemons. We have here the Icicle Spear which can come clutch but they do not shield, and now we're gonna go with the Earthquake. Can this land, trainers? And boom! Of course it can! Down they go with 2 shields remaining. Oh my freaking goodness, that was awesome. So we have here SHADOW Swampert which comes in as a lead for this team's success, and we're gonna have Walrein as our safe switch. You can see that Walrein, even against its counters, it can work pretty well. Of course we landed a pure Earthquake on a poison type, so that was most probably gonna end well for us. But overall this team is pretty good. You might be wondering, what do you have as your closer? Well, here it is. The Shadow Gary is just gonna come in super clutch with those double tails that it carries, because double tail is gonna be a double legacy as well. Dragon tail is legacy, aqua tail is legacy. We just kept that crunch as a non-legacy move just for the memes, and we're gonna be in a very good way overall with this line of 3, gaining our first win. And you're gonna see that this Swampert is absolutely the GOAT when it comes down to finishing off neutral opponents. And also you might be wondering, what are you gonna do against grass types? Well, we have a backline that can absolutely obliterate as water types those grass types with ease. So you can see here that Swampert is just gonna do massive damage with that Hydro Cannon, and look at how cool those mud shots are in farming down. We decided to block once and now they're gonna block, so we can outspeed to a move because I was counting, and right now they are already at the 5th fast attack. So they have one ready and they're just gonna throw at the 6th. So most probably we can absolutely take that. They have no shields at all. We have one for our Shadow Gary to finish off the match, and now we can easily farm down with our Walrein. We can also tank and move because Walrein is kinda tanky, and that thick beast is absolutely gonna charge up on the moves. Look at what they have. They have a Medicham, and this team is not afraid at all, because we're gonna throw one Icicle Spear, keeping all that energy remaining on our Walrein, and they have Galarian Starfish at the back. That can be troublesome because one Rock Slide is just gonna finish us off. However, we got the shield, and that means we can reach to another Aqua Tail. Did you see the damage from the Aqua Tail? That is awesome. More than 50%, like getting hit by a truck or a simple Swampert with a Hydro Cannon. So here comes a move. Okay, then we go to a Psychic. We do not care at all because we have the Earthquake coming through, but at the last second I'm like, let's throw the Icicle Spear, it's already enough, so we're gonna take the victory. Okay, battlers, next one, and we are facing a trainer with a Meganium up in the lead. So here is the grass type. We deserve a subscribe and a like on this video if we win this. We're gonna see in a while. So let's go now with the Icicle Spear. They are gonna take it, which is really huge, and now we have to block this Meganium. Okay, Frenzy Plant is coming, not through because we sealed it, and they have a safe switch, Kofa Krykos at the back. We're just gonna go in now with our more Icicle Spears, and we're gonna do as much work as we can because they're trying to farm as much energy as they want, but with proper shielding I think we're gonna be just fine. However, they reach much earlier to the move, so down we go, which is kinda good because now my Swampert can come in and farm all that energy down. I'm just gonna shield once because I want them out of the way, and with that amount of energy I'm pretty sure I can take at least one shield back. So let's say to come back with that Meganium, and I'm just gonna throw a double Hydro Cannon because they're gonna block. No, not at all. Down they go, and they have that Swampert Shadow as well at the back. So I'm just gonna go here for the cut scenario. That did not work at all, so we are most probably gonna get destroyed right now by this Hydro Cannon. Look at that, dealing massive damage. So another one is imminent, and now we have just ourselves to come into the double Hydro Cannon section. They need 5, we also need 5 mud shots, so we're just gonna go with the Hydro Cannon, gonna take the block, and at the last second we can take the CMP, finishing off the match with another Hydro, a really close one, and we absolutely won warned that. So if that doesn't worth a subscribe, I don't know what does, because they had a Meganium up in the lead, and that was one of the most horrible scenarios out there. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Anyways, next one, and the Hydro Cannon will be absorbed by this Victory Bell. And how often do you see a Walrein farming down a Victory Bell and coming through victorious against this matchup? So the enemy has a triple Shadow Nuke Glass Cannon thing on their side, so we are gonna be victorious in the end, because look at that, dealing massive damage with our moves, and now they have to get farmed down by our Shadow Swampert. The Mawile will return, so I'm just gonna take the block here from them, and we're just gonna go into our Shadow Gary to finish off the job, because look at that, we got double shields and we have nothing to worry about. Just gonna block twice because we feel absolutely comfortable, and this is not gonna be a Shadow one, so it will take reduced damage as well. Oh, it is a Shadow, so anyways, just forget what I just said. We're just gonna farm it down now with the Dragon Tails, and Shadow Gary will stand victorious because that beast is unstoppable. Next on, everyone. And we're facing a Shadow Hypno up in the lead. That can turn actually both ways, because we can either lose, we can either win. It's absolutely up to the IVs, and to be honest, we're both Shadows, so we deal massive damage to each other. So we decided to block this one. It is an Ice Punch that could be almost fatal for us, and they decided to go with the switch to Umbreon. I'm going for the moment that I can catch on my Walrein, and I'm pretty sure I do not have to block anything, just do whatever I can against this Umbreon, and we're just gonna go with the Hydro Cannon to finish off this tanky beast at the end game, where my Walrein will be out of HP. So we're just gonna go with back to back Icicle Spears here to that Umbreon, and that will do a lot of damage to that Pokemon. It's all good, they have overfarmed a little bit, so that can be troublesome, but it's all good because down we go, and now we have a double Hydro Cannon ready to go, so if they block we have one more ready to throw. Here comes now the Hydro Cannon, down they go, and at the back, okay, here comes the Hypno once again. Are they gonna block this? This is gonna be really interesting, to be honest. No block at all, this is really huge for us, and we can reach to another one at the last second. Let's see what they have at the back line, and there is an Obstagoon, so we have a Gyarados, and that is gonna be a very close game, but I have a very good and positive feeling that this Gary, this Shadow Gary, is gonna be absolutely devastating for the opponent. Aqua Tail is gonna take the shield, and we have one more ready to go, and you saw that we already took one Night Slash with kinda ease, so we're gonna block, and now the Aqua Tail will be doing the job, finishing off this Obstagoon, and we're gonna stand victorious once again, trainers. Next one, and we're facing a trainer with a Sharpedo, Shadow Sharpedo up in the lead. I love the spice, I love that thing, and they are gonna switch out to the Jelly. So we're gonna switch as well after we farm a little bit more, because we know that right now that Sharpedo is gonna get destroyed by a simple Hydro Cannon, because that's how glassy that Pokemon is. And we're gonna go now with the Crunch on that Jellicent. Gonna expect a shield, to be honest, so perhaps an Aqua Tail was more likely to be thrown from our side, but I'm gonna double block my Shadow Gyarados because I want to maintain that Shadow damage, and now the Shadow lead, and now we're gonna go with the Aqua Tail to finish off the Jelly, but they decide to block, and they are gonna just finish us off. At this point we can farm down with whatever Pokemon we like here. I decided to go with my Walrein, and I'm just gonna throw one of those Icicle Spears to just finish off with a pure Hydro Cannon, and that Sharpedo will be at a range that one Hydro Cannon might finish it off, so let's see how this unfolds for us. Down goes the Genesect, and Sharpedo will return on Jellicent. Let's see, I don't remember, to be honest. Oh, the Sharpedo, okay. Let's go now with the Hydro Cannon. Down goes, I think, the Sharpedo. Yes, look at that massive damage, and now we can easily farm down that Jelly, so we're gonna take another victory. Next one, everyone, and gets very sleepy. I'm very sleepy as well, but we are gonna just skip that part. Deoxys is gonna be our lead scenario, and we have to be extremely careful because right now we are Shadow, and those Psycho boosts can really help if we are not careful at all. So here comes the move up, designed to block. It was a Psycho boost indeed, so now we can take the second, but they decide to go for the switch out. Here comes the Walrein. I will go for the Sludge Wave. It lands, which is really huge. Now I'm just gonna bail out to my Walrein. Perhaps that was not the best strategy. I could have stayed in with my Swampert and perhaps go for another Hydro Cannon, but I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, gonna go now with the Earthquake. I'm expecting a block because they want to maintain that HP. They have 2 blocks actually, but they do not block, and now here comes that Deoxys with the Psycho Boost, finishing us off, and we can safely farm down with our Gyarados. At the back there is a Diggersby, and I'm pretty comfortable that I can win this because we take not very effective damage by everything, so that means we have the upper hand, and they know that, so they're just gonna leave the match. Next one. And we're facing a Registeel up in the lead, which is really awesome. We have the Earthquake from the Walrein if we happen to encounter that Registeel with our backline, and of course the Aqua Tails will just do massive work against the Registeel. But overall I think that Swampert is the better counter to the Registeel when it comes down to use this team. They have an Azumarill which comes in, and we go for the Snipe Sludge Wave, but they know better, so they block this. And I'm just gonna try to catch here on my Walrein successfully, by the way. And here comes what? A Play Rough. Okay, we have nothing to worry about. We can even take another one, to be honest, and we can still hit with back-to-back Earthquakes. Okay, the first one is about to come on their side. Okay, they're just gonna let this go, and let's see what they decide to do here. Perhaps another Play Rough, most probably, to be honest, so I'm just gonna take it, and I will try to go for the Earthquake, but at the last second, yeah, we are gonna get sniped down, I said it, by this Sableye, and the Gyarados will come in clutch because we have to block here. Go with back-to-back Aqua Tails because they have a block, and I'm expecting to seal, to be honest, or not, because they also have that Registeel, right? Yeah, they're just gonna take that. Okay, and now I have to switch out to my Swampert because they are switch locked, I guess, over here, so we can go with back-to-back Hydro Cannons, finish off this Registeel, and whatever they have at the back, the Azumarill, yes, it's just gonna get obliterated by a double Hydro Cannon because we are Shadows, and in combination with the Matshots, I think we have a very good team comp. However, they reach that Play Rough, down we go, and now we have to finish off with the Aqua Tail from the Shadow Gyarados. You love to see it, Shadow Gyarados taking the leads here. So they resist by a lot our Dragon Tails, but we can still farm down because Shadow Gyarados is such a beast. Next one, and we're facing a Deoxys up in the lead once again. A lot of Deoxys, by the way, yesterday, so that was pretty interesting to watch. And Hydro Cannons are gonna hit with back-to-back heavy damage this mythical beast. So we're gonna block the first one because that was most probably a Psycho Boost. I think that was on the 5th or the 6th counter, so definitely a Psycho Boost. And they're gonna go with a safe switch Altaria. You don't do that in Open Great League, to be honest. A lot of counters for the Altaria exist, so down they go, and they're gonna return with the Deoxys. So we're gonna hit them with back-to-back Icicle Spears for some nice damage, and perhaps take both of their shields out because they're super low on health and they cannot tank that easy those Icicle Spears. Double block here, okay, and they make the mistake to overfarm a lot, so we can go for another one to finish them off right on time. And after this, I think they just rage quit, so we're just gonna skip the final part and we're gonna take the victory eventually. Last one, trainers, and let's see what we have upon us. A Swampert, a normal one this time. This is not very good for us, I think, because we can take fatal damage while they can tank one. I'm not pretty sure, but I think that's how it goes. Earthquake is gonna land on our Walrein, which was horrible, to be honest, and we're just gonna go with the Icicle Spear for some cheap damage on that Swampert. So at the back they have a Registeel and they can outspeed us to a move that was horrible at the moment. The Focus Blast is coming through, okay, and now we have to go in with our Swampert. Unfortunately, we did not have to shield that Walrein, so down it goes. We were super close to that earthquake, but anyways, we can now answer back to that Registeel with our Swampert, going with massive back-to-back Hydro Cannons. We're gonna block here whatever they throw at us, because that can be easily an one-hit knockout move. So we have a double Hydro Cannon coming through. They're gonna have to block. No, just gonna let the Registeel go down, and now they have to rely on their Swampert. I'm just gonna go with an amazing catch on my Gyarados to finish off the match, and they have a Talonflame at the back. Okay, this is pretty much settled. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, everyone.